Good morning. Good morning. This special meeting and hearing number 002-2024 of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission of April 18th, 2024 is hereby called to order. Roll call, please, Madam Clerk.
Good morning. Commissioner Luther F. Renee,
Present.
Commissioner Carolyn P. Herman Purcell,
Present.
Commissioner Marvin L. Pickering.
Present.
Mr. Chair, all commissioners are counted for today and noted as present.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The commission is comprised of 3 members. All 3 members are present, thereby establishing a quorum. Madam Clerk, would you read the rest of the agenda into the record, please?
Special meeting and hearing number 002-2024, Thursday, April 18th, 2024 at 10 a.m. Agenda is as follows. Subject matters: VIGL Casino License Renewal Application, VIGL Racino License Initial Application. Agenda item 1, call to order. Agenda item 2, roll call. And then agenda item 3, adoption of minutes of February 2021 special meeting and hearing. Agenda item number 4, chairman's opening statement. Agenda number 5, VIGL Casino License Renewal Application. Agenda item number 6, VIGL Racino License Initial Application. Agenda item number 7, chairman's closing statement. And agenda item 8, adjournment.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I would like to remind all in attendance to please silence their cell phones or turn them off altogether. I'd like to acknowledge other members of the commission staff. Sitting here with us is our legal counsel, Attorney Devin Carrington, our Executive Director, Linda Smith, Special Assistant for Licensing and Compliance, Mr. Henry Shan, the Inspector Brown, and I see Inspector Encarnacion coming in. I'd like to recognize DGE Director, Attorney Oliver David. See our friends from VIGL, and also our friends from DV. Good morning to one and all. Good morning. With that, we will, did I miss anything?
Overflow.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone over there.
Inspector.
Oh, no, inspectors, 4 inspectors over there, Inspector Womack and
Luis.
Inspector Louis. Okay, thank you very much. So let us proceed. The next item on the agenda is item number 3. Adoption of minutes of February 21st, 2024 special meeting and hearing. Commissioner Herman Purcell.
Mr. Chair, I move that the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission approve and adopt the verbatim transcript of the special meeting and hearing held on February 21st, 2024 as the official minutes of said meeting. I so move.
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion to adopt the minutes of February 21st, 2024, special meeting and hearing.
Thank you. The motion to adopt the minutes from the February 21st, 2024 special meeting and hearing has been moved by Commissioner Karen P. Herman Purcell and seconded by Commissioner Luther F. Renee. Hearing no objections, the motion to approve the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission verbatim transcript of the special meeting and hearing held on February 21st, 2024, as the official meetings of said meeting is hereby approved. Thank you. Moving on to the next item on the agenda is the chairman's opening statement, which I shall now make. Good morning again.
Good morning.
On behalf of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission, I welcome each of you to this special meeting and hearing. I am Marvin L. Pickering, Chairman, CEO of the Commission, and I am joined by Commissioner Carolyn P. Herman Cassell, Vice Chairman, and Commissioner Luther F. Renee, Secretary Treasurer. In accordance with the Virgin Islands Code, Title 32, Section 439A, the Commission has called this special meeting and hearing on the application of VIGL Operations LLC, CRG Holdings LLC, and Casino Holdings LLC for the renewal of a license to operate a casino at the Caravel Hotel in downtown Christiansted, St. Croix, and on the application of VIGL Operations LLC for the initial license to operate a casino, colloquially known as a racino, at the Randall James Racetrack, also here on St. Croix. This special meeting and hearing is the Commission's second on these matters, having held the first special meeting and hearing on February 21st, 2024 at the Fritz E. Lowetz Legislative Chamber. Once again, the Commission wishes to thank Senate President Nobel E. Francis Jr. and the Executive Director's Office of the Legislature for accommodating us for that purpose. At the February 21st, 2024 meeting, the Commission clearly stated that its work at that point was limited to fact-finding. The Commission received testimony from the applicants, industry stakeholders, and interested individuals from the general public and heard the arguments of the applicant's counsel. And I neglected to acknowledge the presence of the applicant's counsel, Attorney Miles Plaskett, who is joining us by Zoom. The Commission also received testimony and recommendations from the Virgin Islands Department of Justice, Department of Gaming Enforcement, DGE, as well. Subsequent to that special meeting and hearing, the Commission reviewed the voluminous evidence and other information gathered prior to and at the hearing. The applicants were then required to submit certain additional information and clarifications to complete the deliberations by the Commission. Now, based on that exhaustive fact-finding process, we are here today. Today's special meeting and hearing is a decision-making meeting. No additional testimony or evidence will be elicited, heard, or received. The Commission will decide today on whether it will approve or deny the applications that are the subject matters before it. But before proceeding to that portion of the agenda, I feel compelled to address and clarify certain misunderstandings prevailing in the community regarding these applications and the Commission's licensing process. In this instance, the applicants, VIGL Operations LLC, CRG Holdings LLC, and Casino Holdings LLC, along with qualifiers Andrew Dubuque, Janice Bobeck, Susanna Dubuque, Austin Jones, and Howard Bayless, submitted to the Commission the application for renewal of the casino license at Caravel Hotel on August 8, 2023. Shortly thereafter, on August 12, 2023, VIGL Operations LLC submitted to the Commission its initial application to operate a casino at the Randall James Racetrack. While VIGL Special Purpose Revocable Trust, RLT, did not file an application, it was nonetheless subject to the process as it is intended to be an owner based on the corporate reorganization structure of VIGL Operations LLC pending before the commission. The qualifiers for the Racino license and the renewal license are the same persons. As such, we are speaking of a combined total of 9 entities and individuals that had to be vetted pursuant to 32 VI Code Section 428B1 by the Commission. The DGE lacks the resources to conduct investigations on a massive scale and had to outsource that process to one of the premier gaming consulting firms worldwide, Spectrum Gaming Group. These investigations require numerous time-consuming interviews with the applicants and a thorough review of criminal background checks, financial transactions that go as far back as 5 to 10 years, court records, media searches, and even included interviews with known associates of the applicants. This is no small feat. This is not akin to a credit card application wherein the application is submitted and a credit score check is done, and voila, a license is issued within hours. It is much more intense, and more importantly, this type of intense vetting is required by law. It is the responsibility of the commissioners of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission to determine the financial suitability and integrity of any applicant for a casino license. And that, once granted, to ensure that their conduct is not inimical to the public interest. In other words, folks, the commission must do its job within applicable law, namely the Virgin Islands Casino and Resort Control Act of 1995 as amended. Each of us as commissioners has sworn to uphold and obey the law. This commission will not be deterred in our efforts to fulfill the letter of the law, no matter who complains and no matter how long it takes for us to accomplish our sworn mandate. The commission is not unmindful that a traditional, favorite, and beloved pastime of our community, horse racing, is impacted by one of the matters before us today. A vote to approve the application for the casino license at the Randall Doc James Racetrack will be the pathway to the resumption of horse racing on St. Croix. I get that. The commission is also very aware of the financial and economic benefits that would accrue on the resumption of horse racing on the Big Island to the treasury of the government of the Virgin Islands, and by extension to the commission itself on many levels: increased fees and tax revenues, additional employment opportunities, etc. All worthwhile considerations. However, the bottom line and overarching issue before the commission is this: the determination of integrity and financial suitability of the applicants to be granted these licenses. We only ask for the process to be respected in this instance and in the future. I am tempted to respond to the unwarranted and negative personal attacks that have been leveled against me and at times at my colleagues over the airwaves and other venues, but I will not. I'm a public figure in the public square, and criticism on the issues is expected. It comes with the territory, but personal attacks and attempts at character assassination should be avoided. I will say this, however, in the words of the former FLOTUS, First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama: when they go low, we go high. With that being said, the commission is aware of the high sentiments throughout our community for the matters before us today. The commission expects that all persons present will conduct themselves with proper decorum and with respect for these proceedings. The commission will tolerate no disruptions or disturbances, whether verbal outbursts, applause, or other interruptions, as the commission is very concerned with having a complete and clear stenographic record as is required by law. Finally, my colleagues and I thank you for your interest by joining us here today for this special meeting and hearing, and for your civic mindedness by participating in this important business of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission. Thank you. I'm going to take a 5-minute recess. This special meeting and hearing stands at recess for 5 minutes. Recess is over and we are back on the record. Before proceeding, I'd like to recognize the presence of Senate President Noel Francis Jr., former Lieutenant Governor and Senate President, former Senate President Barbara Richards. I see my good friend, former Senator Kurt Bailey in the back. Welcome, one and all. So the next item on the agenda is item number 5, VICCC Casino License Renewal Application. Commissioner Herman Priscilla.
Mr. Chair. In accordance with the Virgin Islands Casino Resort Control Act of 1995 as amended and codified at Virgin Islands Code Title 32, Section 401, etc. The rules and regulations promulgated thereto. All other applicable laws, rules and regulations, and legal requirements, and after due and thorough consideration and deliberation of all relevant documents, including but not limited to the investigatory reports and recommendations submitted by the Virgin Islands Department of Justice, Division of Game Enforcement, pertaining to VIGL Operations LLC, CRG Holdings LLC, and Casino Holdings LLC, and the qualifiers identified as Andrew Dubuque, Susanna Dubuque, Janice Bobek, Austin Jones, and Howard Bayless. And after determining the qualifications and suitability of VIGL Operations LLC, CRG Holdings LLC, Casino Holdings LLC, VIGL Special Purpose Revocable Trust, Andrew Dubuque, Susanna Dubuque, Janet Bobek, Austin Jones, and Howard Bayless by clear and convincing evidence as mandated by law, I move as follows. That the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission renew the Class 4 casino license held by VIGL Operations LLC, CRG Holdings LLC, Casino Holdings LLC, for the operation of a casino at the Caravel Hotel and Casino located on St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, for a period of 4 years, in accordance with Title 32 Virgin Islands Code, Section 440, subsection A. Such period to be effective beginning on April 18, 2024. That as it pertains to said Class 4 casino license, the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission issue casino key employee licenses to qualifiers Andrew Dubuque, Susanna Dubuque, Janice Bobek, Austin Jones, and Howard Bayless for a period of 2 years in accordance with Title 32 Virgin Islands Code, Section 437, subsection C, such period to be effective beginning on April 18, 2024. That the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission timely issue a resolution containing findings and conditions on the renewal of the said casino Class 4 casino license and the casino and casino key employee licenses. Mr. Chair, I so move.
Thank you, Commissioner Herman Purcell.
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Thank you. The motion has been moved and by Commissioner Herman Purcell, seconded by Commissioner Luther. Madam Clerk, roll call on the motion, please.
Commissioner Luther F. Renee,
Yes.
Commissioner Carolyn P. Herman Purcell,
Yes.
Commissioner Marvin L. Pickering.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, we have 3 yeas.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The motion that the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission renew the Class 4 casino license held by VIGL Operations LLC, CRG Holdings LLC, Casino Holdings LLC, for the operation of a casino at the Caravel Hotel and Casino located on St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, for a period of 4 years in accordance with 32 VIC, Section 440A, such period to be effective beginning on April 18, 2024. That as it pertains to said Class 4 casino license, the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission issue casino key employee licenses to qualifiers Andrew Dubuque, Susanna Dubuque, Janice Bobek, Austin Jones, and Howard Bayless for a period of 2 years in accordance with 32 VIC Section 437C, such period to be effective beginning on April 18, 2024, that the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission timely issue a resolution containing findings and conditions on the renewal of the said Class 4 casino license and the casino and casino key employees license has been unanimously approved. Next item on the agenda is item number 6. Commissioner Herman Purcell.
Chair. As it pertains to the casino of the Randall Dock James Racetrack. In accordance with the Virgin Islands Casino and Resort Control Act of 1995 as amended and codified at Virgin Islands Code Title 32, Section 401, etc., the rules and regulations promulgated thereto, all applicable laws, rules, and regulations, and legal requirements, and after due and thorough consideration and deliberation of all relevant documents, including but not limited to the horse racing license, the lease, and the franchise agreements between the government of the Virgin Islands and VIGL Operations LLC, the investigatory reports and recommendations submitted by the Virgin Islands Department of Justice, Division of Gaming Enforcement, pertaining to VIGL Operations LLC and its qualifiers identified as Andrew Dubuque, Susanna Dubuque, Janice Bobeck, Austin Jones, and Howard Bayless, and the plans proposed by VIGL Operations LLC for the casino and related facilities at the Ronald Dock James Racetrack, and after determining the qualifications and suitability of VIGL Operations LLC and its qualifiers, Andrew Dubuque, Susanna Dubuque, Janice Bobeck, Austin Jones, and Howard Bayless, by clear and convincing evidence as mandated by law, I move as follows. That the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission issue a license to VIGL Operations LLC to operate a casino at the Randall Dock James Racetrack located on St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands, for initial period of 1 year in accordance with Title 32, Virgin Islands Code, Section 434, subsection D. Such period to be effective beginning on April 18th, 2024. That the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission issue casino key employee licenses to the qualifiers identified as Andrew Dubuque, Susanna Dubuque, Janice Bobeck, Austin Jones, and Howard Bayless for a period of 2 years in accordance with Title 32 Virgin Islands Code, Section 437C. Such period to be effective beginning on April 18th, 2024. That the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission timely issue a resolution containing findings and conditions pertaining to this matter and the casino and casino key employee licenses. I so move, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Herman Purcell.
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
And thank you, Commissioner Renee. The motion has been moved by Commissioner Herman Purcell and seconded by Commissioner Luther Renee. Madam Clerk, roll call on the motion, please.
Commissioner Luther F. Renee,
Yes.
Commissioner Carolyn P. Herman Purcell,
Yes.
Commissioner Marvin L. Pickering,
Yes,
Mr. Chairman, 3 ayes.
thank you. The motion that the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission issue a license to VIGL Operations LLC to operate a casino at the Randall Dock James Racetrack located on St. Croix, U.S. Virgin Islands for an initial period of 1 year in accordance with 32 VIC Section 434D, such period to be effective beginning on April 18, 2024. That the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission issue casino key employee licenses to the qualifiers identified as Andrew Dubuque, Susanna Dubuque, Janice Bobeck, Austin Jones, and Howard Bayless for a period of 2 years in accordance with 32 VI Code Section 437C, such period to be effective beginning on April 18, 2024. That the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission issue a resolution containing findings and conditions to the application of VIGL Operations LLC, the casino and casino key employee licenses has been unanimously approved. Which brings us to item number 7 on the agenda, which is the chairman's closing statement. But before we do that, we are going to offer Mr. Dubuque and any member of his team to address the public.
Turn on. I'm not sure if it's on.
Yes.
Thank you, Commission, and everybody at the Commission, and Sarah and Andy, for your work throughout this process. It's a day that we've looked forward to for a long time, so we're very appreciative of all the hard work that you've done. And we look forward to getting the resolution and conditions in due time to see what that contains. But we're cautiously optimistic. This is a very happy day for all of us. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Before adjourning this special meeting and hearing number 002-2024, I would like to state that this part of the process, the favorable approval of the casino license renewal for Caravel Hotel and Casino and the approval of the initial casino license for the Randall James Racetrack is now complete. The applicants can now proceed with their next steps in complying with the licenses approved. The formal resolutions will be forthcoming as expeditiously as possible. It is my fervent hope that this process is understood and appreciated. This is not the end of the process, but a step in the process, as the licensees will now have to fulfill and put into place whatever obligations and conditions of licensure are required. The members of the commission and staff are available to provide any guidance within our authority, if so desired. I will not regurgitate previous comments regarding the licensing application process, but suffice it to say that the commission did its job and we believe fulfilled our duties and responsibilities in getting to this point. We appreciate the community's patience and we look forward to the day when we can hear the words, "Riders up," and they're off and running at the Doc James Racetrack. At this time, I would like to express our thanks and appreciation to all the members of the audience who took time to be present here with us today. I'd like to thank the media, WTJX, and other members of the media, comprising that fourth branch of government or the fourth estate, to ensure that those who could not be here today are still informed. So thank you to our stenographer, Ms. Andrews. And certainly last but not least, our executive staff and all of our staff members here at the commission. Not only for today's hearing and meeting and hearing, but always for the task ahead. This special meeting and hearing number 002-2024 of the Virgin Islands Casino Control Commission is hereby adjourned.
Mr. Chairman,
Let's see if we can.
Mr. Chairman,
Chair,
Mr. Chair,
Attorney Pascal calling. Attorney Pulaski. Well, you adjourn anyway, so. He was trying to get your attention, but you adjourn.
Do you have any follow-up interview?
Mr.
He was on this, we forgot about you.
Mr. Chairman, can you hear me?
He called you afterwards.
I was hoping to speak to not, it doesn't have to be on the record. I was just wondering if you can hear me. That's not.
Tom,
All right.
Mr. Eder,
May 31st.
Tom,
Good, good, my dog. Oh, my guy. That's where, yeah. You're a friend of the right? So you have to know everybody. Jared, nice to meet you. I didn't think about it.